Shakti Whispers podcast by Bav Tailor, episode 2, Nomad Butterfly, the art of becoming.
Guru Brahman, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraham, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Shakti Whispers. And today we are in a very, very sacred space of one of my first and dearest spiritual artists, Laura Piai. So, without explaining too much, I'm going to let Laura speak and let her guide you into her world of butterfly magic.
So my name is Laura Piai and my spiritual name is Bav Tailor. And for many years I've been practicing Craniosacral Therapy, teaching yoga, Pranayama, and meditation, and working like a coach with groups in company through dedicated team building and project as Respiro Movimento and Smile in Action.
Could you just explain to the audience what your sacred name means?
Padma in Sanskrit, it means lotus flower.
Mm-hmm.
So Laya, it's the seed. So Padma Laya, it's a name of Lakshmi. It's qualities of Lakshmi that sit on the lotus. So Padmalaya Dasi means who serve Lakshmi that it sits on the lotus.
Okay, wonderful. So before we commence properly, this podcast, there may be some elements that will be explained in Italian. So you will be able to just read the subtitles, and it's really for Laura to, for some of the questions to expand further and give us a much deeper insight into the practices. So just bear with us, please. Okay. First question. Was there a pivotal experience that revealed the power of this gentle practice of craniosacral therapy that you do?
It all began many years ago after undergoing surgery that I had both significantly changed into my body. As often happened with special things, it came into my life by chance. It was a yoga retreat where a woman was offering this therapy, which was completely new to me. And the treatment felt like a journey inside me. It was really magic what is happening. And at the end, this woman suggested me to improve myself, to study the therapy itself. Soon after, I began training with the Upledger Academy, and I'm now a Craniosacral Therapist.
Okay, wonderful. So this is also just a very small example of when crisis happens in your life. It always means that the universe is trying to push you towards something greater. So I'm telling you also from a lot of experiences that have happened. You know, Laura knows for sure. She knows everything about me now, more than I even know. So just if any of you are going through any kind of crisis, try and get some kind of clarity, have the trust and the intuition to know that the universe is calling you to do something greater. So next question. You once foresaw my own creative potential before I had fully awakened to it. How do you perceive these kinds of insights in clients? Is it intuition, energy, or something beyond? So to tell you the story of how we met. So we used to attend the same yoga studio, and for a very brief period of time before I became a Shaolin martial arts practitioner, we were doing some martial arts together at that yoga center. Obviously completely incapable, but we were always, grouped together because we're both very short. And one day, just out of the blue, I mean, I had never spoken to her during any of the yoga lessons, to be honest. And one day we were in the changing room and she just said, do you know what craniosacral therapy is? And I said, no. And she said, here's my business card. Have a look. And if you're interested, just call me. So there I was, I went home, did some research, and I thought, this is like a bit strange. And I think I was just very curious. Also because, as you know, I am a butterfly baby, and her logo on the business card was, it's a beautiful illustration of her with blonde hair, with butterflies just kind of, hands with butterflies just coming out. So it was really that, that captured me. And I went to have my first session with her, and she will tell the story.
The craniosacral rhythm is a physiological rhythm of the body. Knows in the ancient time for the power of self-healing. Through my kinesthetic sensitivity, this rhythm manifests itself under my hand like a film. And I can perceive it, feel it in my hand or in my body, in my eyes, and even on my own body as if I were the client. What truly matters is not what I perceive, but what the person is ready to welcome and transform. This is the magical. The rhythm is multidimensional and carries personal, family, collective, and even universal memories. With the right question and intention, that in the yoga we call sankalpa, the rhythm open like a door, like a window, like many windows, and like a vision, show me the root of the client's block. So it's a mix from the talent that God gave me and the intention that the clients have.
Okay.
So the mix make possible to unblock the block. It's not magic, it's physical quantistica. It's the physic and the belief that you could not create. For example, to draw was simply a veil, that I see that was a veil that you have. So you have some belief that was not the reality. And now we can see this.
So to just explain, when I actually met Laura, I was working for a beautiful luxury brand. So, you know, I was a career woman. I had the best office in the showroom, even better than the CEOs, with a fantastic window view. But there was always something inside of me that kind of beating, you know, something was missing. And when I went to see Laura, straight away after the first session, she said, "You have a lot of creativity in you." And I said, "Well, you know, I am a marketing expert, so yes, you know, I work with art direction, etc., etc." And she said, "No, with your hands." And I said, "That's impossible. Firstly, I'm left-handed, so you can imagine how awful my calligraphy is. And the thought of drawing with my left hand, I mean, I was never good at art at school. I was much better at design and technology." But she continued to tell me that she saw this creativity, me designing with my hand.
Because your rhythm show me immediately your talents.
Mm.
And the real straight was on trust, your willingness to enter the journey and act. This is the magical action that you made. Because I can see, and I saw a lot of talent. But if people don't go in action, nothing happens. The miracles don't happen if you don't do it. And your talent, through the talent, was that you trust me, you listen, and you do the change because you go in action.
Yeah, so what was the action that I actually did? I started researching about going back researching about going to night school, and I went home one day, it was for Christmas, and my mum literally packed a suitcase with a whole load of materials, and she said, "Go and do something, create something with these materials." So I actually found a night school and I got a diploma in fashion design. And part of that diploma was having a lookbook with, I think, maybe 12 or 15 designs. And at the end of the course, the teacher said, "You know, Bav, what are you going to do with this? Because you've created a really good collection." And that's when I decided to launch my brand. So the first thing I did was buy a domain, bavtailor.com. That was the first real action that I made, and then everything flowed from there. Okay. So next question. So these are focused more on understanding craniosacral therapy. So for the listeners who may not really be familiar with this therapy, because it's not widely that well known, you know, people know Reiki, for example. Could you describe the therapy in simple terms for the audience, please?
It is a practice based on listening to the craniosacral breath. It is a vital physiological movement that extends from the cranium to the sacrum. It's one of the first rhythms to appear in our body, and they're the last that stop at clinical death. This rhythm flows through the fascia and resonates from the smallest cell to the entire body. With a light touch, it's a touch of 5 grams. If you want, I can show. It's a touch like this. The practitioner of craniosacral therapy and connect with the patient's rhythm. So it's 2 rhythms that communicate together with a simple touch. It's like a lovely touch.
Yes, okay? It's like going and having a very light massage, but not even a massage, to be honest.
And this simple touch creating a synchronicity from the 2 rhythms and the 2 stories that start to flow together.
So it's different from, so for example, with acupuncture, which are working on pressure points and the meridian lines, it's got nothing to do with that.
I can use also this point to listen, but it's something that it's based to listen the rhythm of the fascia. The fascia is like an organs that it's last year it's a lot of study.
Yes.
It's like it's like a skin, but under the skin, and to move like a muscle.
Okay.
In all the body. So it's like something under the skin that we can go to touch and communicate. So when we have a trauma, physical or physiological or spiritual or emotional, the fascia is like the first organs after the skin that feel. It's from inside to outside, from outside to inside. It's in the middle. It's like in the middle.
Okay, very interesting. And could you, because I know that you also do Reiki therapy, but for the audience, can you just give a very brief distinction between Reiki and craniosacral therapy?
The craniosacral therapy, the craniosacral rhythm exists in everybody.
Okay.
The difference is the intention that you put. In the Reiki, you are using one type of energy. In craniosacral therapy, I think that every practitioner use the different techniques.
Yeah.
My techniques, it's a little bit changed and become deeper when I meet my Sadhguru Dev, Paramahansa Sri Swami Vishwananda, who show me and make me more able to understand the importance of the intention and the quality of energy when I work with my client. So for real, I put myself in the same level of my patient, but I permit to the we can call the big energy to flow to me. Okay. So I try to be the more open that I can, to don't judge nothing that arrives to me, only to become like somebody that translates. Okay? The people that arrive here, they are in a trauma, different type of trauma, and they are like in the mud.
Okay.
So this kind of energy make me, client, to see the same trauma from another perspective.
Okay.
From this, we have it's like that the master give us a energy, potential energy to go in action. If you go in action, something change step by step. Every story is different. You can have, like I would say, miracle the first time, or you need 10 life to arrive from to have a result. But every time that somebody arrive, if the client is really decide to change, really want to have a change, arrive this potential energy. Okay? It's like in physical, when you have something elastic that you pull down and boom, you can go. But the action, the really, I think the really key that make the difference from one client to the other client, it's not the story, it's not the trauma, it's the deep desire to change, to open in love.
Yes. So you can't expect to go to a therapist and just be like, okay, fix me. You have to have the intention, the willpower, the strength, and the dedication to want to change. I'm just going to go back to what you said about your master giving you energy. So obviously there are some masters that transmit their prana or their chi. But in this case, you're not talking about that.
No. In this case, we are talking about Shakti.
Okay.
So it's a special blessing that I have Atma Kriya Yogi.
Okay.
So my master create a sampradaya, but it's also a Kriya master. So from the lineage of the Babaji and so on, they give us this blessing called Shaktipat.
Okay.
In this Shaktipat, it's like that I'm in a part protect, but I don't like to use this word. It's not to protect. I have, like when I give therapy, I have the potential to be in this blessing if I connect my heart with this energy. You know,
yes.
It's exactly the same. I'm not referring from the master. I have to set up me in the right place. So in this right place, it's like that my antenna is connected and I can connect it. If the client is connected, it's like a flow. Okay, explain better.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. How does it differ from other body-based or energy-based therapies? So could you give us maybe a couple of benefits of craniosacral therapy?
So the craniosacral rhythm, it's a rhythm that I just explained before, it's in our body, but like this rhythm resonates like an hologram in more than one body, also in subtle bodies.
Okay.
So the craniosacral therapy, it's really good in all that you have something that you repeat mentally, in action, or in some disease. All the disease that it's, how to say, that you have from family, okay? Because with this rhythm, we can go deeper to understand the reason why, for a different view of love, you decide to entanglement with this way. Okay? So we can have a lot of use of this. And the main result that also you can remember of yourself, it's like that in 1, 2, or 3 session, you have like the veil, and you can see the same stuff that you are living, like with a new light. From this, we can go deeper to deeper to deeper.
Yes, yes. So just to close up this section on this therapy, with Laura, we started off. I was a luxury marketing expert, and thanks to her and her therapy, I became a conscious luxury fashion brand. And it was because she, like she just said, lifted the veil off me. And from that moment, I started trusting in myself, in my capabilities, even though I didn't know what the end result was going to be. Even when I was starting to go to the fashion, the course, the evening course, of course it was, very difficult for me to be able to design. I had one of the designers who's, one of my dear friends now, and his illustrations were just, magnificent. However, I didn't look at his designs and think, no, I can't do this, I'm just going to give up. Her therapy somehow, I would say magically, infused me with that courage and that knowing, even though I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but that knowing that keep following this path, keep going, because you are going to arrive at your destination. And here we are now, 13 years later.
So if I can tell something more, I think that the magical stuff that happens every time when I have a session is that first I need to trust in this flow of energy, that it's the sutra, the main sutra of my master, just love.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are in the flow of love, you start to perceive what is right for you, what is your dharma, what is the mission that you have in this material life, spiritual life. And so when first I abandon myself in this flow, I'm able to give the same input to the client, because I think that the real changiness began when you start to flow with love.
Yes, yes. So the therapy allowed me to also understand working within luxury. My ancestry, my name is Tailor for a reason. So, my ancestors were dressmakers. I originate from, obviously I'm born in London, but my grandparents, my ancestors originate from Surat in Gujarat. So this is a very well-known area in India for dressmaking, tailoring. So I started thinking, how can I combine my ancestry within the luxury industry, but for it to have purpose? Because through her therapy, I started understanding what my purpose was. Okay, so I'm going to use luxury and creating clothes and create one of the first conscious luxury fashion brands. So when I presented my first collection during Milan Design Week, I was in a wonderful space. I'm very, very grateful to this day to the Italian Fashion Council for supporting me right from the very beginning. And they put me in a space separately because I was the only conscious brand, the only sustainable brand. The UN goals hadn't even been launched at that time. Sustainability was still kind of like a taboo subject. So it can, this is just a very brief introduction into my journey, but it's to make you understand that this therapy can really lead you to discovering who you are, what your essence is, and why you are on this planet. Okay?
They are exactly the universal question that everyone, and I want also to specify that in Greek, the Greek language, the term is therapeikos. It means who serve God. So the therapist must be a servant of this kind of flow that every one of us can give a name or a form or not form, but it's the energy that we have in the nature and all the human being.
Yes. Okay, so now moving on to this beautiful sound bath. Obviously, what she did was just a very small introduction, but normally, you know, when you actually have a full sound bath with her, they are really majestic. So I hope you one day will have the opportunity to experience her in person. So the question for the sound healing and integration section is, how do you weave sound baths into your craniosacral work?
Okay. Sometimes a patient may be in deep pain or have a overactive mind. In such a case, some vibration can enter the body gently, creating harmony and helping the person process more smoothly and authentically. So we don't use words, we use sound. It is 5 dimension. So we are for 70% of water in our body, and they vibrate inside. So wave by wave, they make the wave of the ocean that we are calm.
Oh, well, I could feel you even with the minute intro sound bath that you did. I could I had my hands placed on my lower dantian, and I could feel the vibration in that short space of time as well. So beautiful. Also, personally, I have had crystal healing with you. So could you explain how the crystal healing also integrates into your therapy?
I use sometimes crystal also that I give to the patient to take in the hand or to put in some place in the body, because the wisdom of this piece of stone become from the belly of Mother Earth. So every crystal has some potential, have some specifically work that can be in the body. For example, this tree blow of a new generation. Inside there are pounder of a crystal or a precious material. Okay. So also in the crystal ball, I have the power of the crystal. Here we have the emerald,
okay,
and here amethyst,
okay,
and here we have coprum.
Okay.
So I can use like an element, I can use like a crystal, like stone crystal, or I can use inside the sound. Okay, they work together.
Yes, this I know is because not all sound bath artists use them. It's quite new.
They are quite
yes,
new.
yeah.
In Italy, they are quite new.
Okay. So Laura is one of the first in Italy.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but
for any of you Italians out there. And what happens when vibration from sound and the stillness of craniosacrale meet in a session? In my case, when she does a session with me and she uses the sound bath, I can feel a really strong vibration within me. So whatever is, whatever I've been thinking about, or whatever my vision is, or what's been whatever I've been focusing on, it intensifies in such a way that it's as though I'm kind of released. Like if I'm doing like release work, then I'm just releasing everything, or if I'm doing integration work, I'm integrating in. Is that the case for everyone? Like, is there a difference between how, let's say, women react and men react?
Absolutely. Every client, it's different. But who is mental, really mental,
Always thinking.
worker, the sound really, really helps. I want to give you an example. You can close your eyes. So I don't know if from home they can feel the effect, but this big one, they put the two hemisphere right and left in this way, like to shake you, and you're not able to think anymore. So if you are full of thinking, I start with, if somebody starts to talk, you say, okay, now we're going to the silent. I start to sing, and obviously I create a circle way to use this. I decide in what time I start to sing this, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and most of the time, always the mind relax. You understand that you don't have any excuse to relax. You need to relax. Okay? So this is
Very, very nice. It was so powerful, that one. Okay, now we're moving on to healing and transformation. Could you share an example of a profound shift or transformation you've witnessed in a client, aside from me, of course, because I am her master student?
okay. I prepare the answer of this question, and each client brings a unique story and rhythm. For me, every session is special. Entering into someone Craniosacral rhythm, it always for me an honor and a transformative journey. So I can choose one story, or because for real, it's every time. It's like when you decide to make my.
Oh, I was given the honor of making Laura's wedding gown.
So I think that for every woman, it's a secret space. It's unique. It's something. There is no one that you, I think, like the most. It's the same.
It's this, yeah. It's every experience is unique. Okay. And in your experience, how does reconnecting with the body's natural rhythms unlock creativity and higher potential?
So reconnecting with our natural rhythms means reconnecting with our essence. More than life, um, with its hectic pace and excessive use of technology, often distant from us and from our connection to the nature. Through therapeutic touch and sound together, we can rediscover this flow. I think that we can have a holy space where to permit ourselves, because I think the theme of this time, it's to permit ourselves to find the time. We are every time busy, busy, busy. We have a lot of stuff to do. And so to rediscover and connect to this natural flow that we have inside. We don't have to buy, we have only to remember that we have and to cultivate.
Okay.
And this become the fundamental for awakening creativity and unlocking our highest potential. Because the potential in my Vaishnava vision, God is sit inside our heart. So all the main potential of the universe, it's just inside us. And I can do any miracle. I only have to take the veil because God helped me to take my veil. You know? So it's double work every time.
Yes, I think people find it, you know, very difficult to understand. They're always looking for God, you know, externally in this statue or that image or, you know, wherever. But they don't realize that the divine is within us, you know. So when I say, you know, my affirmation, I am divine creation within me and around me, it's because I know that I am divine, you know.
Okay. There's a Vaishnava mantra, the mantra of our lineage, that say Om Namo Narayanaya. That it means I bow down to who create, because who created inside all the creation.
Okay, beautiful. And then just some daily practice and wisdom. So until everyone has the possibility to come and experience an actual therapy session with Laura, could you give the audience just some small practices to do at home to support the craniosacral flow or nervous system balance?
So every one of us have a body and the super technology that is the breath. So I always start with the breath because it's the first action that we make when we come here. Black, white, yellow, woman, man, fluid, all you are. It's the same. We have a body and we have breath. So it's a natural tool of healing and self-healing. Simple yet powerful practice. My daily and powerful practice. It's breathing consciously, yawing, smiling, and laughing.
Okay, wonderful. So, and Laura actually does very nice online as well pranayama practice, so breathing. So if you are interested, you can click on the link below.
Meditation and
yes,
pranayama.
So very, very nice. And finally, if there's one message of healing you would like to leave with the audience, what would it be?
Breathe, smile, and laugh.
Okay, yes, breathe, smile, and love. So thank you, Laura. So I would like to finish our very insightful talk with a very small reading from a very precious book that Laura gifted me, the Bhagavad Gita, written by her master. And the comments, yes. And it's a book that it took me a bit of time to get round to reading, but I'm here now, so I thought it would be nice to ask you to just explain this very short verse. So I'm going to read it in English, and then Laura's maybe going to explain it in Italian, so please bear with us and just, you know, read the captions. verses 1 to 7, the field and its knower. The body is like a field. When a farmer sows seeds with time, the seeds start to grow. In this body, the seed you have sown in your past lives bear fruit in this life. This body is the field where the seeds of karma you harvest reap the fruit of your actions in their according time. So Laura, could you just briefly explain this verse and also explain to the audience what is karma? Because people have a very negative idea of what karma is. It's always, oh, I need to release my karma. I need to do good to release the karma. So could you just, in very simple words, just explain so people know?
Okay. Prima di tutto, first of all, I want to tell you something in Italian about this beautiful 701 verse of Mahabharata. La Bhagavad Gita sono 701 versi presi dal Mahabharata, questo poema epico fondamentale nella storia dell'epica indiana. Ha circa 5.000 anni questo testo, 5-6.000 anni, e racconta proprio una conversazione, questi 700 versi, una conversazione tra Krishna e Arjuna. In questa conversazione Dio parla all'uomo, parla a ognuno di noi. In particolare nel capitolo 13, Krishna spiega ad Arjuna che cos'è Kshetra e Kshetranya, che in sanscrito sono il campo e il conoscitore del campo. In questo capitolo 13 la profondità è pari a quella della fisica quantistica. Quindi c'è un campo e colui che conosce e osserva il campo. Quindi spiega, Dio, sotto forma di Krishna, spiega ad Arjuna il senso del karma, facendo un piccolo preambolo su quello che era il Mahabharata. Il Mahabharata a livello storico si inserisce in un momento particolare della cultura indiana in cui ci si incominciava a chiedere che cosa era giusto e che cosa era sbagliato, okay? Quello che era dharma e ciò che era adharma. E in questo senso il karma, quindi l'azione, perché karma significa azione, ha un significato fondamentale, perché tutto ciò che faccio ha una reazione. Quindi nell'ottica di questo dialogo non c'è un karma negativo, c'è un karma, quindi un'azione che che consegue una reazione e a sequenza tutto il resto, che fa sì, come dice in questa parte del commentario del Paramahansa Vishwananda, dice ogni azione che tu fai è come un seme che metti nella terra. Prima o poi, in base al tipo di seme che hai seminato e alla stagione propizia, quel seme incomincia a crescere, a manifestarsi. Quindi in realtà, quando le persone, come nel primo capitolo, Arjuna, quindi che interpreta noi, fa la vittima per ciò che gli sta accadendo, per ciò che deve decidere, qui Krishna spiega che ogni cosa che noi stiamo affrontando è frutto di azioni passate, quindi non c'è bello o brutto, ma c'è una conseguenzialità a ciò che ci accade nella vita. Ci sono nella cultura indiana 3 tipi di dharma, quindi 3 tipi di funzioni, diciamo così, che noi abbiamo, dentro le quali facciamo delle azioni, facciamo del karma. Quindi noi abbiamo un karma personale, che è quello del nostro lavoro anche quotidiano, quello del prenderci cura dei nostri familiari, o dei nostri animali, o di un marito, di una moglie, dei figli, del nostro lavoro, dei nostri colleghi. Abbiamo un karma materiale, cioè un lavoro che noi dobbiamo fare per mantenerci, per sostenerci, e abbiamo un dharma spirituale che è connesso al bene del mondo. Quindi quando noi mettiamo insieme questi tre dharma, quindi questi tre doveri, facciamo per forza di cose delle azioni, quindi compiamo del karma, ok? Ma è un karma che va come in un contenitore di punya, di meriti positivi, chiamiamoli così. E poi abbiamo altre azioni che noi facciamo, altri karma che facciamo che vanno in apugna, quindi in, diciamo così, in azioni che descriviamo come negative, anche se non mi piace dire negativo o positivo, ma è come se noi dovessimo bilanciare le nostre azioni karmiche tra l'azione e la reazione. Ok? Spero di essermi
Sì, sì.
spiegata.
Poi sarebbe giusto per dire che la terapia che fai può aiutare le persone a capire cosa può essere la loro dharma.
Esatto, sì. E quindi attraverso le giuste azioni, il giusto karma, si va più veloci.
Okay. So one of the other services that Laura offers is actually readings and teachings from the Bhagavad Gita. So she has a wealth of information in terms of especially, spirituality and the Indian culture. So if any of you are interested, then I would highly recommend this great master. Thanks to her, she made me read it.
This is funny, Italian girls.
Exactly. So strange. So yes, I would like to say thank you, Laura, for this very, very sacred podcast. My first sacred Shakti Whispers podcast, I would have to say. Thank you for being with me along my journey. It's been nearly 15 years, I think now, 14, 15 years that we know each other. She's a great piece of crystal that is always been along my path. And I very much hope that you will have the possibility to showcase your magic to the audience out there. So I will be looking to organize retreats, workshops with Laura. So please stay tuned, and you can find all her details on the Śakti Sphere. So I will send in the link below. There'll be access directly to her profile. So if you're interested in booking a session of one of her many, many therapies, please just comment, DM, or reply to the link below.
Okay. So I thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I wish you to continue to express your light, your intent to the world. Because your main dharma is to give beautiness to the world.
Give beautiness to the world. I love that.
So we can close the session if you want with the heart meditation that my master gave us during the COVID time.
It would be a pleasure. Thank you.
So we can our hand in front of the chest, open, and visualize Mother Earth between the earth. We can go deeper into the ocean, make a flight into the sky, go into the forest, become a tree that you see, become the roots, from the roots become the water, and blossom like a flower. Give your peace and your gratitude to Mother Nature in all the form, and bless family, mother and father, brother and sister, husband and wife, best friend, colleague. We can give this gratitude, this peace. People are not lucky like us. We can send to the corner, the land of the hurt is in the dark, the mind, the world. And there is an ancient mantra that say, I wish to everyone be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You know, I say that mantra every day when I do my practice. You taught me that mantra 3 times. When I finish my practice, I say it 3 times.
This is Pada Seva Bhakti. It's a way to manifest what you have, you can give, and in the rule of love, become more. And you can have another time, and when every time you give, become more. It's the rule of love. It's like
The infinity.
Lemniska, okay? The infinite thing that increase. Love can only become love.
Okay, I will actually write the mantra in the captions, so you can recite it yourself as well. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Grazie mille. Okay, thank you everyone. Namaste. Bellissima.